Are they even?
Oh, wait.
Oh, we're not supposed to yet.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone. It is our pleasure to be joining you here today in this fabulous setting. I'd say there have been many churches around the world that are very, very beautiful, very few as beautiful as this. As you know, my wife and I are Connor and Kristen's friends, Kim and Bob Beardsley. We have been described sort of like gym parents. Since the great majority of our relationship is developed around CrossFit Estero, I must apologize in advance for a prominent CrossFit thread throughout today's ceremony. Thank you for joining us on this beautiful day to witness the marriage of Connor and Kristen in the eyes of God. They have asked for each of your presence here to represent the journey of their lives, past and present, and to celebrate their commitment to building a future together. Connor and Kristen would like me to convey these messages on this most special day. To our parents, thank you for raising us and shaping us into the people that we are, for your unconditional and sacrificial love. You are the rocks of our pasts. To Bob and Kim, thank you for being a sweet part of our lives, for your sincerity, joy, intensity, and hilarity. You are an inspiring part of our present, through your genuine kindness and the clear affection and support that you have for one another. We are infinitely grateful for the love modeled to us by all of you who are present here today. Our hope is that we can learn from your examples and build our future together on the building blocks of such love. Connor and Kristen met at the CrossFit gym. They both immediately noticed the ability of the other to compete and push other athletes at the RX or prescribed level. It was the Labor Day workout titled The Chief, where they finally spoke together to each other with the fighting words, "Hi, I'm Kristen. How many rounds do you think you're going to get?" Let the record reflect that Kristen did beat Connor in that workout. And so began a very competitive banter that continues to this day, and they hope will never end. The gym smack talk effortlessly grew into other topics, and they soon realized how much they both loved food, fitness, adventures, and spending time with each other. My wife and I have had the pleasure of witnessing many great moments with Connor and Kristen at the gym, and I think a few are particularly appropriate to recount here today. The moments both occurred during the quarterfinal stage of the CrossFit Games qualifying season. The first was while Connor was completing his quarterfinal workouts, and neither Connor nor Kristen were fully aware of how well his performances were stacking up against the other qualifiers. I was deeply immersed in leaderboarding and following his scores, so I was very excited because he was absolutely killing it and comparing very well against the other qualifiers. When I saw them both at the gym and I explained to them how well he was doing, I realized that I was nowhere near as excited as Kristen. Kristen was off the charts excited and just beaming with pride. It was obvious that Kristen is easily his biggest fan and supporter, which is clearly a great characteristic in a healthy marriage. The second moment was while Kristen was completing her quarterfinal workouts. It was a particularly challenging workout, heavy bench press.
Yeah.
Kristen had a rough go of it, which is rare for either of them, but this one was hard on her, and it can and did take a heavy mental toll on her. After the workout, she went and sat on the bench on Connor's lap, and he just cradled her in his arms. I don't think a word was spoken. He just knew that she needed comfort, and she found it in his arms. It was a beautifully sweet moment, and my wife, daughter, and I were thrilled to witness it. These moments that we've witnessed fill me with confidence about their relationship, their bond as a couple, and the brilliant future that they have ahead of them as a married couple. Now the first reading.
First Corinthians. And now I will show you the most excellent way. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it is not rude, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. And now these three remain: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love.
Almost 29 years ago, Pastor Ray Felt, the man who married Kim and I, quoted us some statistics on our wedding day. He said a study had shown that men who kissed their wives every day lived, on average, 5 years longer, were ill 50% less, and earned 20 to 30% more. Connor, I thought you might be interested in that.
That's good.
I'm not sure if those statistics are still accurate, but I am confident that this is still very good advice. Matrimonial bonds and commitment are a lot like the hook grip. It is not luck, a special talent, or a particular skill. It is simply a decision that is made today and every day that will make you stronger together from this day forward. And now Connor and Kristen have written vows that they will exchange with one another. Connor, you're first.
Okay. Kristen, we are getting married today. A day like this seems surreal for several different reasons. Some people find their person early on in life, and others have to wait a bit longer. In my case, I started to worry a little bit. So on May 13th, 2019, I started praying that God would send me a wife. Little did I know that He would fulfill that prayer in a beautiful way. Like it was already mentioned, we met at the gym, but prior to meeting, I remember seeing you keep up with some of the gym's best athletes and thought, who is this creature? Admittedly, I did a little Facebook stalking shortly after and thought, this girl seems to have everything I'm looking for. She's beautiful, she's funny, clearly a hard worker. I wish I could be with someone like that. You would run into the gym looking frazzled from work, but still exude joy, kindness, and laughter. I am enamored of your grace and playfulness. We exchanged a lot of banter, and before I knew it, we started hanging out. One evening, we laughed ourselves to the floor, and I realized that I was in love with you. The chemistry we have together is undeniable. That was apparent early on, and is still to this day. We share similar worldviews, humor, and especially weirdness. I've never in my life felt so at ease and at the same time empowered at the thought of doing life together with someone. I look at you and I see my absolute best friend, my favorite person, my teammate, and I feel unbelievably lucky, blessed, and grateful to have crossed paths with you. You have made me into a better man. In these years I've known you, we've gone on wonderful adventures with one another and made many great memories, and the thought of building a life together is incredibly exciting to me. So to the actual vows. I devote my entire heart to you, Kristen. I promise to put God first so I can steward your heart to the best of my ability. I vow to forgive and protect you, to continuously strive for greater communication and intimacy. I vow to forget myself and listen to you and help you even if I may be tired, to stand beside you in times of peace as well as difficulty, to support you and challenge you, to try my hardest, to cheer you up when you're sad or you need to laugh. I promise to grow old with you, but fight to stay young at heart. I love you, Kristen, and I will respect you and cherish you forever.
Kristen?
Connor, here we are at the top of a mountain pledging to spend the rest of our lives together. Part of me is still in awe and disbelief that we're actually here. I've always known that we have something special together, particularly after you told me, and I quote, "I've never been so not bothered by another person's presence."
I did say that.
Well said.
And it didn't take long for me to realize that you are the great love of my life, and I wanted to spend the rest of my life with you. You are the only person with whom I've ever envisioned having a family and actually standing here in a wedding dress, making the lifelong promises to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poor, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish till death do us part. Those are big promises, but promises I've wanted to make to you since at least February 7th, 2021, when we went to that Super Bowl party at Andrea and Justin's. And I might have tried to talk to you in the middle of the night when I thought you were sleeping. It took a little longer for you to be certain you were ready to make those promises to me, but my heart has never wavered in its desire to be standing here with you. And I cannot adequately express my joy that we're finally here. So now what? You know I love having a plan. Can we plan to keep being best friends, forever workout partners, teammates for life? Can we get a puppy? Build a family? Okay, that's enough planning for the ceremony. More than plans, I love you. I love how passionate you are. I love how excited you get when you really care about something. You can't stop talking about it. It's adorable. I love how deeply you love the people closest to you. I love how you can always tell when there's something bothering me and that you care enough to ask about it. I love how supportive you are, how you encourage me to stand up for myself and to take care of myself. I love how much you love food, how excited you get about the simple things that are delicious. I love how easy it is to talk to you, how much I look forward to talking to you at lunch every day, and how that time just flies by when we're together. You're my person, my favorite person, my best friend, my soulmate. And I'm so excited that we get to spend the rest of our lives together. Let's live happily ever after. So to that end, here are my vows. I vow to always love and appreciate you. I vow to always listen to you and to keep my questions and commentary to a minimum until you're done talking. I vow to make sure there's always plenty of food and coffee. Well, let's be more specific, that there's always espresso, good espresso, and LaCroix, and eggs, and bacon, and orange juice, and healthy bread, and walnuts, and mandarins, and
Yeah.
cold fruit, and coconut water, and cookies with special ingredients, and Italian ice, and anything else your taste changes to wanting to eat all the time. I vow to always want the best for you and to help you take care of yourself by giving you the space that you need to process things and by encouraging you to spend time playing music and doing other things that you love. I vow to push you to pursue your passions and to become the best version of yourself. I vow to do my best to take care of myself, to be self-aware, and to keep God first in my heart and life so that I can truly love you sacrificially. And then, like it says in Colossians, by him all things will hold together. I vow to trust you, to believe in you, and to hope for the best for our future.
Nice. Connor, do you take Kristen for your lawfully wedded wife to honor, love, and cherish from this day forward, for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, in sickness and in health, so long as you both shall live?
I do.
This ring is a symbol of my love and faithfulness.
Oh, this ring is a symbol of my love and my faithfulness.
Kristen, do you take Connor for your lawfully wedded husband, to honor, love, and cherish from this day forward, for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, in sickness and in health, so long as you both shall live? This ring is a symbol of my love and faithfulness.
This ring is a symbol of my love and faithfulness.
Join hands. By virtue of the authority vested in me under the laws of the state of North Carolina, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Connor, you may kiss your bride. I would like to introduce for the first time Mr. and Mrs. Connor Bagley.
Thank you, Bob.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Beautiful. So nice.
All right.
Okay, now what?
And that ends the ceremony.